That, and on top of the fact that we're going to be giving away some prizes, we're going to be playing a really fun game here. We got some special guests, and we got some additional great content to share with you that our presenters cannot wait to present to each and every one of you guys out there. But before we do that, I'm going to continue to hold the floor and talk about the results from our scavenger hunt that all of you guys took advantage of during the break. So we had some really, really nice responses to the scavenger hunt. Appreciate you guys that were able to fill that out. But as promised, we took a look at all of the submissions, and we determined a winner. All of them, the one that was the most complete and had the best answers. So our winner and best scavenger hunt for this month's new hire training is from Danielle Crabtree. Danielle, again, you did a fantastic job with your scavenger hunt. So for having the best one, we're going to award you with a brand new Boost long sleeve t-shirt. So congratulations. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and it's a couple minutes early, but first of all, Steve Pincus, are you out there?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Steve. You want to go a little bit early? We have some time if you're willing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to our friend Steve from LG. He's going to take some time to walk you guys through a lot of the great stuff they have going on right now. So without further ado, Steve, go ahead and take it away.
All right. You got the deck ready, Chris?
Yeah, Eric, if you want to go ahead and share.
Thanks, Eric.
Be with you in 1 second here.
Perfect. Yep, go to the next slide. All right, so good afternoon, everybody. My name's Steve Pincus. I'm the Senior Regional Account Manager for LG. Cover the entire East Coast, so half the country, do all your marketing as well. So just spend a few minutes this afternoon. Wanted to make sure you have a full understanding. You already sell a ton of our phones, and it is greatly appreciated, of the differences and kind of our strategy from a go-to-market standpoint. So let's go to the next slide, please. Our partnership with Boost is actually at 16 years now, actually. And as you see, a lot of devices sold, millions and millions of devices. This is with Boost exclusively, including the Stylo 6 now has hit over 1 million on its own. So a lot of phones sold at Boost. So it's very appreciated. Let's go into the lineup on the next slide, please. So currently you've got 4 phones from LG. The newest and probably one of my favorites that still some people haven't figured out yet is the K22. As you hopefully all know by now, that it's a 6.2 screen, dual camera, 3,000 milliamp battery, which in the Boost world will get you there all day at an incredible, not just a free picks price, but you know the SRP on that phone is under $100, which also makes it for a great trivia question. That would count as a BYOD device, which I'm sure Chris went over in his review earlier. But just as a friendly reminder, that's one heck of an opportunity for you all to sell K22. Great phone, massive screen for the money. No other OEM can touch that phone. Tribute Monarch, whatever you have in your stores right now is what you'll have. That device is end of life, so I don't want to spend too much time there. But there is still some out there. K51 is one of my personal favorites. You know, at a 6.5-inch screen, triple camera, and a 4,000 milliamp battery. That phone is an absolute beast. And then you've got the Stylo 6, which is always a fan favorite. Your #1 share sold phone for a long time. You know, not just a massive screen, almost 7 inches with a stylus, fast charging, double the memory at 64 gig, just a killer phone. For the money, and it looks good on top of it. So it is a strong lineup. Let's go to the next slide, please, which I think is a pricing. Yep. So everything is free, which we love. You've got additional promo opportunities on all the LG devices. Add a line, obviously, on K22 or Monarch. And as you know, currently the K51 and Stylo 6 are also BOGO devices on top of that. And then, as I already mentioned, K22 also would technically count as a BYOD device to go along with that. So you will always see LG aggressively promote our devices. They're fully featured. The quality is there. We're just aggressive on promos to go with it. So depending on the flavor of customer and what they're looking for, you definitely have an LG device for whatever they need. And you should have everything in stock. So we should be good there. Go ahead to the next slide, please. So just a quick additional item on K22, just because I know this is a little bit newer, and some people, I don't know why, but haven't figured this one out. But again, 6.2 screen, dual rear camera, 3,000 milliamp battery. We've talked pricing. We've talked the BYOD angle on this phone, but you're starting to sell a lot of them, but I still think you could probably sell even more on K22. Just give it the time. Quality is there, no issue there, and just a great screen and an incredible value. So go ahead to the next slide. And then to go with that, we want to make sure, especially as new sales associates, that you're always keeping up to speed on the latest and greatest and educated. So we have an app. If you're not signed up yet, please download the Achieve LG app, whether you're on an Android phone or a Fruit phone. The app works for both. It's really easy to get registered. As you see on the screen here, you want to make a note on the retailer code, which is MOB58, MOB58. And on the Achieve LG app, there's training modules on there. You get points for each module. You can cash those out for gift cards to your favorite place. And then some of you might know, this is the app we use for all our sales programs. So if it's a focus weekend, if it's a spiff, a learn and earn, we run all of our programs through the Achieve LG app. So you want to get registered on there. Actually, just a couple days ago, the Boost team might know, we just launched a March Madness module on there, which is pretty fun and worth some good points for a limited time. That's why you want to always get to that on the quick side. So we're always trying to keep the content fresh. Sometimes there's a question of the day, other things just to keep you interactive and educated. But the more you know, the more you sell. It's a win-win because you're going to make money on LG, a lot of money, and you can win some great prizes. And I know the Boost team will agree. We're always very generous with our programs. Last Focus Weekend grand prize, PS5. That actually, I think, was won in the Great Lakes region, if I recall. Actually, the grand prize winner was out of Ohio, I think. Mm-hmm. Just a great app. Give it a try. If you have any questions, I think the Boost team in advance, they're my resident experts on help for sign up, but I am always available to help too if you need. But please take the time when you have a break today or even tomorrow, but get signed up on Achieve LG if you're not signed up. If you need help, let me know. Let your Boost AE know. That's what we're here for. But just a great educational tool, sales tool, and you get rewarded along the way. So that's a win-win for you on both sides of that one. So next slide might be it. Yep. So this was our last Focus Weekend. This was just kind of a tease of some of the things we do where we gave away that PS5. And I think that might be it. Let's go to the next slide. Yep. So if we have a quick minute, Chris and team, if there's any LG questions, more than happy to answer them, if that's okay, Chris?
That's fine, yeah. Go ahead.
So and any of the sales associates, any LG questions? Fair game.
No questions in the chat box? I don't think so.
Hey, Steve, it's Eric. I just wanted to piggyback on there. I was the one who actually had a rep in one of my stores that won the PS5 last time. So really nice to see that come to the Great Lakes. And I know my rep was very appreciative.
And Eric, can you back me up? When we run LG programs, I ship prizes really fast. Don't we reward really quickly?
Really fast. And you actually talked to my rep before you actually talked to me. So he was very excited when I called him to congratulate him as well. So much appreciated.
Yeah, we like to do that. Old school. So appreciate that, Eric. I'll pay you later. Thank you. All right, well, Boost team, if there's no questions, I appreciate the time as always. All the new Boost sales associates, we thank you in advance for what you've been selling for LG, and I know you're going to be selling even more now that we got a lot of stimulus money and tax money coming in. So whatever we can do to help you along the way, just let me know. And Boost team, as always, thank you very much. Appreciate the partnership.
Hey, Steve. Really quick, this is Esmeralda with Allied. I don't have a question. I just want to say it's nice to see your face.
Good to see you too, Ez. I miss you.
Miss
You're
you
the
too,
best.
Steve.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. All righty, guys. Next, we're going to go ahead and shift back over to Patrick, who's going to take you guys through one of my favorite topics, Smile and Dial. Patrick?
All right, thanks. Eric, you can bring up the deck when you're ready. All right, go to the next page, please. All right, Team Smile Dial is as you know, Chris alluded, it's one of our favorite things because we have a competitive advantage over Metro, over Cricket, over any other company in the fact that we have this platform to reach out to our customer. So there was a lot of time and expense making sure that this service that we're providing our customers meets all government, real estate, and local government, federal government regulations on making outbound calls to our customers. So it's a huge tool, an advantage that we have that our competitors do not. So that's why it's so important to get to know Smile and Dial and become comfortable in it and become the masters of driving business back into you. Because you guys work hard for the sale, you've earned those customers. Let's make sure that we can have the ability to reach out to them and follow up with them. So if anybody hasn't used Smile and Dial yet, it's a platform that gives us the ability to make outbound calls to our customers. It's perfect for those slow sale days or no sales days, which in this business there are ebbs and flows, just depending on the season of sales. So after tax season, it tends to get a little slower. This is a perfect time to jump on Smile and Dial platform, make some outbound phone calls to your customers. That way you can help drive them in, drive referrals to you, and increase your paycheck. Another thing it shows is that it keeps our customers longer. The customers that we've reached out to stay with us significantly longer, past month 2 and month 3, and it creates a relationship with the customer. And we'll kind of I'll give you an example once we get a little deeper into this. Drives up sales and referrals. Gives you the ability to set appointments with customers who would like to take advantage of our offers. So you make a call to a customer, you're welcoming them, checking in with them. Hey, you know what? We also have add-a-line offers. Do you have any family members that you'd like to add to your plan? Great. You know what? I'm here till 5. Why don't I set an appointment for you so you can get help nice and quick. It sharpens selling skills both on the phone and in person. Because if you find yourself starting to get really effective on Smile and Dial, that translates over into in-person sales too. And it's also a next step in our quest to drive 80% third month rate. So what that means is that it's so critical for us as a business to keep our customers with us for at least 3 months. The higher the number of customers, the more revenue that derives boost as a corporation and the dealers. One caveat is employees must complete STAR training, both DNC and Smile and Dial, before they'll be granted access. So what a DNC training is, it's do not call training. It's a government requirement that makes you certified to be able to make these phone calls. And then Smile Dial obviously trains you on the platform so you know how to use that. If you're not familiar with those 2 items or you have not taken those trainings, make sure you reach out to your Boost account executive next time you see him or her, or drop them a line so you can get those training modules knocked out and have access to those systems. Next slide, please. All right, how to get started. All right, so once we've got logged into the Smile and Dial platform through Elevate, you'll see it up in the Marketing tab. You'll be able to log in and initiate a session. All right, and you'll see actually a toolbar on the left-hand side once you log into the system. All right, next slide, please. There are 3 different types of main calls. Welcome call, that's my favorite, because that gives you the ability to, and we space these 2 weeks after activation, to be able to call, touch base with the customers. One thing I recommend is when you're doing these activations, let them know, hey, I'm going to be making, or one of my colleagues is going to be making a call to you to follow up. make sure your service is working correctly, and that we've answered all your questions. If you've got the time, throw you the store's phone number in the phone book, so when you call, they'll know who it is. But just give them a heads up. Hey, we do follow-up calls. Make sure you're happy. Expect a call from us about 2 weeks. Second one, second month payment reminder. Even though you're calling them to remind them that they got a bill due, customers appreciate it, especially on a new service. They might not remember or be familiar with their due date. It's a good conversation to have. And then the third type is payment reminders, special offers, such as holiday offers, upgrades, those type of things. So those are the 3 main types of calls. We have additional calls, watch lists, holiday promotions, but really you're going to be making most of your calls out of that three main call bucket. All right, next page, please. How to prepare for the call. I know the first time a couple calls I made, I was a little nervous. I'm like, I'm gonna be calling people out of the blue. I better have my talk track, really tight, so I sound nice and professional when I call them. So when you're doing the smile dial calls, the information is going to pop up. That particular person you're going to be calling is going to provide some really important information. What device they have, what plan they're on, how many lines they have, do they currently have Boost Up, and that allows you to form the mission of the call. Okay, I see a customer just activated an iPhone SE on a single line. Or you know what? When I call them, I'm going to check in on their welcome call, ask them how their service is going, let them know about add-a-line promotions, and ask for referrals. So I'm going to keep a nice tight offer when I call that customer. All right, next slide, please. Something called the Griffin Dialer. What that is a service or software that keeps us compliant with all outbound calling rules set by the federal government, federal, state, and local government. So it keeps us nice, legal when we're calling customers. All calls must be made from the store phone and not a personal cell. All calls must be made for the Griffin dialing tool. What that means is you're going to be receiving on the call, you're going to have a toll-free number and a unique PIN code to enter and to be able to dial the customer. That way, everything is recorded and tracked, and then that way, customer doesn't see you don't have people calling you back on your personal phone. They call back, they're gonna be calling back on the store line. Let's see. And this is super critical. Any customer that requests to be added to the do not call list must be added, and I'll show you how to do that on this next slide. Calls can only be made between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. local time. The module will be locked and elevate outside of these calling times. So the system physically won't let you make phone calls outside of the legal bounds of phone calls. So that way we're not calling too early or calling too late. We want to talk to customers, but we don't want to make them angry. All right, next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, and this is an example of what the call will look like. It's going to have the unique PIN code you see there by the red arrow and their phone number to dial. All right, next slide. All right, and then it's going to give you a script, a greeting, reason for the call, whether you're leaving a voicemail. I'll give you some scripts to use and current promotional offers. Me personally, I want to make sure I develop something unique to me. I want to practice that call flow. I want to make sure I'm keeping my whole initial pitch about a minute, maybe less. This helps you keep you on track through your phone call. So it's going to have some scripting that can help get you through this. All right, next slide. All right, great. And then we saw this, saw these previous 2 slides. The one at the bottom is the most important after your discussion. It's called dispositioning a call. What this does is then updates the status in the system of the call. So there's we'll make 3 attempts to call the customers. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt. Third attempt, we'll want to leave a voicemail. Also, at the very top, it's going to, if the customer says, hey, you know what, place me on your do not call list. One of the drop-down options is going to be to place customer on do not call list. What that does is that removes that customer's information from all of our marketing systems so that we are not calling them and violating what's called the do not call list. We want to respect our customers' wishes, and this is this particular option and place you want to put your call status at. First, second, third call and voicemail, accepted offer, awesome. Set an appointment, awesome. But super important if they say, hey, you know what, please place me on your do not call list, that we status the call from the drop down box. That's super, super important. Okay, and then let's see. Next slide, I think that might wrap it up. So good. I appreciate you guys today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to leave here in a moment, but I appreciate all your attention and your participation today. It was a pleasure. And I'm going to kick this back to Zach.
Well, thanks, Patrick. It was a pleasure presenting with you, sir. You enjoy your evening and can't wait to do it again in the near future. So awesome job. Can we give a woohoo for Patrick, guys?
Woohoo!
Thanks, guys. Have a great afternoon. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. And fantastic. Let's we're going to get into our next section, and coming soon we're going to have our contest, our Kuhoot. So I hope you guys are ready. You're still awake out there, not too sleepy, and ready to participate in that. But before we do, I want to talk about something that I love about Boost Mobile. So I'd like, maybe you can say woohoo if this is you, but have you ever had a customer, come in and complain to you about, oh, why is the deals always for the new customers? Or maybe you're guilty of saying that yourself. I'm a loyal customer. I never get any of the deals. Can anybody raise their hand or say woohoo if they're guilty of that or heard of a customer say that before? I see hands raised. Popped up. Yep, there's a bunch of hands raised. Even DiNapoli, he's guilty of it. So we're all guilty of that, right? Because, if you're a loyal customer, you should be rewarded. But the way that typically companies work is they have to give incentives to kind of steal customers from other companies to come to them. Well, we have that too with port-ins and things like that. But Boost is the only prepaid company that rewards their most loyal customers with a program called Boost Up. And I want to tell you a little bit about that. So, Mr. Temple, if you can go to the next slide, please. All right, so what is Boost Up? I'm glad you asked. So what Boost Up is it's, again, for our most loyal monthly customers that continue to make their bill payment on time. They don't miss any payments for 12 months consecutively. Those customers that are so good at paying their bill, that never miss it, Boost wants to reward them. So that customer can no longer say, what about me? I don't get any of the deals. Can't say that here because guess what? You do. You do get those deals as long as you make 12 consecutive on-time payments. Now, to make it really clear, the person who qualifies for it is only the primary line on a family plan or individual lines. Unfortunately, secondary lines aren't eligible for it, and I can explain that more later. But just remember that they must be a primary line on a family plan or an individual line to qualify for it, and again, have to have 12 consecutive on-time payments. So if they do so, what they get to do is they get to have interest-free financing for a device. So they can get a new device without having to pay the full price down with all the taxes and setup and out the door with a big, big ticket. Well, they don't have to do that because they are qualified and because they've shown that they're going to be loyal and pay their bill on time. They are pre-qualified for this offer. So depending on the device they go with, some devices, they only have to pay $1 down plus the sales tax and setup. Other devices, maybe $15 to $30 down. And then any devices that are over 600 typically have a much larger down payment. But still, like, for example, the iPhone 11, it's a $600 phone. Instead of paying that $600 down plus the sales tax and plus the setup, all the customer has to do is pay $200 down with the taxes and setup, and then they get to finance the rest of the price of that phone throughout the next 18 months. And that's something else I wanted to highlight is that so it's 18 payments. The price of the phone split into 18 payments. So they have the ability to make that small payment every month added to their phone bill, or they can go ahead and pay it off early if they'd like to as well. They don't have to wait the whole 18 months to pay that device off. What's really cool is if they continue to make on-time payments throughout the process of paying this off, once it's paid off, they can do another one. So pretty crazy offer. And again, it incents the customers to stay with us and continue to pay their bill on time. So like what Patrick said earlier, it's very important that we keep our customers around and keeping their service active with us. Well, we not only give them an amazing savings to try to help them do that, but if they continue to do it, they're going to qualify for this amazing Boost Up program. So, and this again can be used on any device that we have in store. Depending on the price of the device will depend on how much the down payment is. But typically what I say is, if you're going to finance a phone, why not get the phone of your dreams? Why not get the best phone possible? So that way they're even more likely to stay because they're going to absolutely be in love with their phone. And again, no credit check or anything like that because they're pre-qualified by making those 12 consecutive on-time payments. Next slide. Oh, and that was it. I thought I had another slide for Boost Up, but that's okay because I think I covered it all. And so that's basically Boost Up in a nutshell. So like I said, make sure we highlight that to our customers, and especially when you go to make a payment and you see that in ePay that says, congratulations, the customer qualifies. Start off that conversation by asking, hey, do you know what Boost Up is? The majority of the time, the customer doesn't. And what you get to be able to do is you get to be the teacher and you get to be the bearer of amazing news. And at that point, now you can talk about, hey, since you've been one of our most loyal customers, you're qualified for interest-free financing. So that means any phone in store today, we can get you at a much lower out-the-door price than what you expected. So let's get you into something new today. How's that sound? And we get to go into there, and then that gives us opportunity to save them money so we can try to do add-a-lines, accessories, so on and so forth. So that's Boost Up. Go ahead and take it over, Chris. I know you got something awesome to share with the group today, so take it away, sir.
I sure will, and that sounds really good to answer your question from before. So before we go ahead and jump into branding in the store and in uniforms, we're going to go ahead and share a video with you guys to kind of kick off that section. So if you bear with me, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and start off this area with another video from Mr. Benny.
We got you, Chris.
So they say you only get one chance at a first impression. Now, before you even get a chance to greet your customer, the first impression from their perspective is going to be the appearance. The appearance of your location, whether or not it's clean, organized, current with promotions, and of yourself. Are you the brand ambassador that they're looking for to learn more about Boost and what we offer? Luckily for us, these are very easy first impressions that we could prepare for. Let's talk about dress code. When working at a Boost branded door, you want to make sure that you're there representing the brand. This is one of the first things that customers look for when walking through the door. Obviously, they're walking inside of a Boost Mobile location, but when they get in there, they're going to be looking for their new favorite Boost Mobile rep. Could that be you? Well, let's talk about what you need to do to make sure that you're always on point and on brand. First things first, you need some branded attire, just like this hoodie. Next, you also need a name badge. Simple, right? Let's take a look at some of the other dress code options that we have. An important note, if you want to wear a promotional t-shirt, much like the one that I'm wearing right now, you want to make sure that it's current. Now this outfit here may seem like it's compliant, but there's one big issue. The name badge, it's covered. So to fix this, make sure that if you're wearing outerwear in your store, that your name badge is attached on the outside. Easy fix. All of the items that I've showed you today can be purchased on boostmobilegoods.com. Please speak with your manager or your account executive for more information and how to sign up. Now, if you're a new hire and you don't have access to boostmobilegoods.com, let's talk about what you can wear until you get your hands on some of that sweet Boost branded merchandise. An all black polo or t-shirt. Now for an example of what not to wear, anything with a logo on it. So now that we've mastered the dress code inside the store, let's talk about the store itself. Starting with the outside of your store, We want to make sure that the storefronts are free and clear of any trash, clutter, or debris. And don't forget about keeping those windows and door frames spotless. And now for the inside of your store, we want to make sure that things are free and clear in there as well. Make sure to consistently wipe down and dust all surfaces, especially high-touch areas like the phone displays. Not many things as beautiful as a well-stocked accessory wall. So while you're walking around making sure that your store is nice and clean, it's equally as important to make sure that everything is current. Always verify your collateral and your merchandise by checking out the latest merch grids on the sales portal. You can also reach out to your local AE. For those in a 4.0 location, like the ones I just pictured, also make sure that your Channel B television is online and up to date. Check out this video from Merchman Will on the how-to. I'll leave a link in the description. And now some examples of how not to have your store. You don't want it to be barricaded and cluttered like this store here. Or cluttered and full of personal signage like this store here. Can you spot what's wrong in this picture here? You guessed it, missing accessories. Extra points if you notice the unauthorized candy machine on the side. So to recap, we learned about the importance of dress code, branded apparel, and a name badge. And we also learned about the importance of making sure that your store is clean, organized, and current. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you very soon.
That was incredible. Benny says everything that's in my mind, but even better. So that was awesome. So we're going to go into just expound upon that a little bit more. And Eric, if you can start sharing again. But Benny pretty much covered it. You know, he explained exactly what your apparel should look like. Customers walking into the door should definitely be able to identify who works there and who doesn't. And that's by wearing proper Boost apparel. You don't want to go into a store and you can't tell who's working there. That's very awkward for the customer experience. So it's very important that, you know, we are wearing that proper apparel. So you're going to get a lot of scuff from people like me in my position if we come in and you're not. So make sure that you definitely are, you know, ready and prepared for that. And again, it's how every, you know, environment goes. If you go into Chick-fil-A, you know exactly who's working there. You're not like, wait, who's the Chick-fil-A person in here? You know, you always can identify who's there right away. And that's because of proper apparel. So can't emphasize enough how important that is to represent the brand properly. So Benny said it amazingly. Next slide, please, Eric. So store requirements. So the one thing I want you guys all to do, take a screenshot of this, go ahead and download it while I'm talking about it, but we need to all have this app. It doesn't matter if you have an fruit phone, like Pinka said, or if you have an Android, but you do need to download this app. It's Amped Merch, so AMP''D Merch. This app will walk you through exactly what your store should look like as far as proper promotions and merchandising that you have displayed in the store. So please make sure you download that because it's something that you need to be referencing off of frequently to ensure that you're not promoting any old promotions and you're not lacking on putting new promotions up. And you can also find price tags and things like that in there too. So go ahead and next one. So just a couple requirements for the Boost store is your store hours. You should be open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and 12 to 5 on Sunday. So if you're wondering, hey, why do we got to stay open till 7 o'clock or why are we here on Sunday from 12 to 5? Well, that's part of the requirement of the store. So I promise you it's not your managers or owners trying to punish you. It is what's required of them because we need to be open for our customers so they can come and switch to us and save a lot of money. So and then very important that our dress code is proper, like we talked about. If you do have business cards, that you have the right information on there. And then again, all the signage and everything is up to par, which again, you can find that in the Amped Merch app under Merchandising Grid and under Resources. And then also training. All of our reps need to have their training completed. So if you have not completed your training yet, make sure you are doing that within the next couple days so you can be completed with that. Now, if you don't have a STAR training ID, please reach out to your account executive. If I'm your account executive, reach out to me. If it's not me, obviously reach out to the one that can help with that. Also, your managers or the owner of the location should be able to help. But if they can't, again, reach out to your account executive and we'll help you get the logins for that. Go ahead. And yeah, product offering, making sure that we're offering the right products. We're not selling things that are unauthorized. You can't sell snacks and stuff like that in the store. We need to be selling Boost products. And then making sure that we have the right accessories. And again, there's no empty spots. And the accessories we are offering are Boost branded accessories and meet that requirement. So we'll go into that more as your account executives visiting the store. But just be aware of that these are definitely requirements in order to be operating a Boost mobile store up to par. So cool. Next slide, please. And then again, appearance, we covered that. So I don't think there's really anything extra to add. The only thing I would say is you're not allowed to have open-toed shoes and you're not allowed to have ripped jeans. So make sure that you don't have those two things. Always have your name tag and always have a Boost shirt. But until you have a Boost shirt, make sure you're wearing, like a flat color like Benny showed you, the black shirt. But good news is if you don't have a Boost shirt, you're going to be getting one soon by attending this call today. And you might be getting a hoodie soon if you pass our Kuhoot quiz. So, all right, next slide, Eric. Quick question. What is the app that I just asked you guys to download that helps with merchandising?
And merch.
Good job, Crystal. Fantastic. And I'm assuming you already have it downloaded. So fantastic.
I do.
Awesome. Thanks, Crystal. Be like Crystal, everyone. Make sure you download that app. Thank you so much. And last slides we're going to go into, and then we're going to get started on this game. So Own the Mile. I'm going to go over this real quick, but it's very self-explanatory. So go ahead and next slide. So what this is right here, it's showing you pictures of different ways that you can promote your location. So there's different things that we do as account executives and sales managers and regional sales managers that we help you put some of these events together, but we encourage you guys to take it upon yourself to do that. And what we mean by Own the Mile is own that mile around you. Let everybody know that there is a Boost store there, that you're in that store and that you're ready to help out. And you don't have to wait for people like myself or Chris or Patrick to come in and help you do all this stuff. You can start immediately. You can go to your local, neighbors that are in the same complex as you or down the road from you. Let them know that you're open. Let them know your hours. Give them business cards. Give them flyers. Maybe do cross marketing where you give them flyers, they give you flyers. You can come up with a rewards program where if they buy something there, they get something from us and vice versa. So I encourage you guys after this call to, keep that in mind. What are things that you can do to help increase traffic into your door and make your Boost store the primary location for all of your customers, where they want to come to your location because of what you offer and because of how you promote it. So don't just sit there and wait for customers to come in. Do something about it. If they're not coming in, do your part to try to bring them in the door. And these are just a couple ideas of what you can do, and we'll continue to help you with that going forward. So that is all I have. I'm super duper excited to pass it over to Chris again, then he can pass it over to the man of the hour. Go ahead and take it away, Chris.
Well, thank you very much, Zach. And again, like you said, really excited about this portion of the training. This kind of will bring us to the end, but this is one of the most fun portions because we're going to play a game that I like to call Kahoot, okay? And with Kahoots, we're going to do a little bit of a quiz game where each and every one of you get to compete with each other to answer questions based on knowledge that you learned during the training today. Okay, so really simple. In terms of how the Kuhoot works, let's see if we can start sharing and I can give you the information. Okay, great. So to get things rolling, you're going to want to go to www.kahoot.it, okay? And let me just further explain this. So you guys are on either a computer or a phone right now on the Google Meet. You're going to want to, if you have the ability, go to that website on a second device or computer. So if you're on your phone and you have the ability to use a computer to go to www.kahoot.it, please do that. And the reason why is because on one screen, you're going to have the Google Meet where you're going to see the questions that are going to be, the questions for the quiz. On the screen that you actually go to www.kahoot.it and you use the game pin, you're only going to see the colors for the answers. You're going to see 4 colors that will coordinate with the answers that you'll see on the Google Meet. So you're really going to want to have 2 devices if possible to make this work. Now, for those of you guys that don't have that and just have 1 device, what you could potentially do is open up a browser, leave the Google Meet open on the app, open up a browser, leave the audio on for the meeting, go to www.kahoot.it, log in, and I'll read off the question and the answers for you so that you guys can pick the correct color. All right, so as we get into this, you'll see what I mean. And it seems like we got a bunch of people already signing in, so that's awesome. One other thing, guys, with Kahoot, the faster you answer, the more points you get for each individual question. So if you answer right away, you get max points. If you wait, you don't. However, I can tell you from experience that it's more important to answer correctly than to try and get your answer in really fast. Because the minute you miss one, that can set you back pretty far. Okay? So I'm going to stop here for a second. We're going to get this started in about, a minute or 2. Does anybody have any questions about how to log in or getting set up on the Kahoot system? And of course, I didn't notate this, but once you go to www.kahoot.it, it'll ask for a game pin. The game pin is right here on the screen. You're looking at it, 874-8082. You just type that in, and that'll log you in. All right, so we got one. We got Crystal, Ashley, Campbell, Leslie, Danielle, Sonia. We have A. We have D. Okay, we have, and excuse me if I mispronounce, Abdularam. We'll say Abdul.
Just
Rochelle?
refer to me as A.
How do you pronounce it?
You don't. Just refer to
You
me
don't.
as A, my first letter.
ASA, all right. Rochelle, Cece, and Kat. All right. We got anybody else coming on board? We'll give people another, 30 seconds to log in. If you're having issues, just come off the mute and let us know.
Hey
All right.
guys, I'm having problems getting CC connected in. It's Lynn.
I'm downloading the app now.
Okay, we'll give another minute here to make sure that you can log in. You don't necessarily have to download the app though. You can just go to www.kahoot.it right from a browser. It's probably an easier way. Just open up Chrome or something and go to that website and then type in the game pin.
Did you put that game?
Okay, we got more people joining here. I want to make sure we get everybody in here that wants to play. And then we'll get things started. All right, Jamar's in now. All right, anybody else that's trying to get in that hasn't gotten in yet? Going once, going twice.
I just need about 30 seconds. That's about it.
Okay, we got you, Jonathan. All right. Get Jonathan in here, and then we'll get things rolling. Excited. We got someone running this behind the scenes. So, guys, when we get started here, for those of you that need it, I'm going to read the question out loud and all of the answer choices with the corresponding color. All right? Just to help out. All right. There we go. Jonathan's in. All righty, guys. Let's get started. Question 1. Okay. How much does it cost for the monthly service on month 1 for the 3 for $90 plan? Red, $90. Blue, $80. yellow $120, or green $100? All right, everybody. 10 people got that. Great job. Awesome. Let's see who's in the lead. We got Rochelle in the lead, and A right there with her. All right, question 2. How much does it cost to add a third line for unlimited data on a current 2 for $80 plan? Is it red, $10, blue, $20, yellow, $30, or green, $40? All right, the answers are coming in. All righty, we have the answer was yellow, $30. Bunch of people got that one. Let's see how that changed the standings. Rochelle still keeps the lead. Kat, 1845, right below Rochelle, and then Leslie right in there as well. Also Sonia and Crystal real close. All right, question number 3. How much is the device cost of LG K22 and on the Adeline promotion? Red, $10, blue, $15, yellow, $20, or green, $25? How much is the device cost of LG K22 on the Adeline promotion? So the answer was blue, $15. 11 of you guys got that. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, Rochelle keeps the lead. Ashley is on fire. You got Kat, Leslie, and Sonia still in the mix. Question 4. What is the first U in Guru's sales process? Is it red, upsell? Is it blue, understand? Is it yellow, ukulele? Or is it green, undercut, pricing? And in case you guys forgot what a ukulele was, we have a visual available. Mr. Zach. Answer was blue, understand. Great job for those of you guys that got that one. 5 of you. All right, the standings mixed up a little bit. Now we got Rochelle still in the lead. We got Crystal Miller in second and Ashley in third. Number 5, with the power bundle and setup fee, how much does the iPhone SE cost with a port-in for a single line? Is it red, $240? Is it blue, $344.99? Is it yellow, $314.99? Or is it green, $340? All right, the answer is yellow, $314.99. iPhone SE on a power bundle with a port-in. One person got that, so it's gonna change up the standings. So we have Rochelle in the lead, Kat in second, and Crystal in third. What is the name of the merchandising app for Boost Merch Grid Details? Is it red, Accelerate, blue, Amplify, yellow, Adapt, or green, Amped? All right. Merchandising app for Boost Merch Grid Details. The answer was green, Amped, and everybody got that. Great job, Zach. That was your section. All right. Still a pretty close race. It's going to come down to the last few questions here. Question 7. What is the exact title of the IMEI check tool used for BYOD and quick links? Red, device check tool. Blue, device compatibility checks. Yellow, IMEI check tool. Or green, phone check. We have blue, device compatibility checks. Everybody got that. Great job. Excellent work. All right. Kat is on fire right now. Rochelle's still in the lead, and Crystal is currently in third. 2 more questions. Number 8, customers are eligible to upgrade at a discount after how many days? Is it red, 90, blue, 120, yellow, 180, or green, 365 days, an entire year? All right, looks like we're almost, everybody's answered. And the answer is yellow, 180. Everybody got that again. Everybody got it, Zach. Can you believe that?
I can believe it because we got the smartest squad ever on right now.
Yeah. And Kat took the lead over Rochelle. Kat, you're in first place with 1 question left in the quiz. And this can change dramatically if somebody misses a question or gets it late. 2 questions left. Number 9, on 3 for 90 plan with 3 new numbers, how much is the Samsung A11 on the first line? $25. Red. Blue, $79.99. Yellow, $99.99. Or green, $179.99. Oh, it's getting so close. All right, this is going to split. The answer is red, $25. 8 of you guys got that, the majority. Let's see how the standings fall out right now. I'm really, really excited to see. All right, Kat's still in the lead at 73.19. Crystal, second place at 70.87. And Ashley Buzz at 70.76. Oh, this is so close. Zach, who's going to win?
I have no idea. It could be literally anyone at this point.
Anybody. All right. Question 10. Will you complete the virtual new hire training feedback survey as requested by your amazing Boost trainers? Is the answer red yes or blue no? And all 12 of them said they will fill out the survey. Thank you, guys. And our winners for today on the podium. Third place, Crystal Miller. Congratulations. Second place, Ashley Buzz. And first place, and our winner, Kat Smith. Congratulations, Kat. And great job to everybody on the podium. You guys are going to get some fantastic prizes that Zach's going to tell you about right now. Zach, why don't you tell them what they won?
Well, I know first place for sure has won a brand new era hoodie, as Benny Lopez was wearing in that video we showed you earlier. So that amazing hoodie that literally cost like $3 million is now yours, Kat. What an amazing comeback. She literally came out of nowhere in those last few questions. That was a pretty impressive finish. That was pretty intense. I don't know. Are second and third place? Are we giving anything to the second and third place?
We are. We're going to give long sleeve tees to the second and third place winners.
Fantastic. So congrats to you guys as well. I know it was a close game, and Kat definitely snuck that one out. But don't be too discouraged. You're going to get an awesome long sleeve t-shirt as well, and I promise they look awesome. So
awesome.
Fantastic. Great job, all you winners. Give yourself a round of applause.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. That pretty much wraps up our new IRA training for March. Thank you guys from all of us here at the Boost team for joining today. Hopefully you learned something. And, Zach, I'm going to kick it over to you for closing thoughts.
Yeah, well, we're going to share with you in just a second that survey link, and we should at least have 12 responses because you said yes, and you can't lie on Kuhoot. It's against the law to lie in Kuhoot. So I'm looking forward to going through those surveys that you guys leave, and please be honest. Please give us your honest feedback of how you thought the call went, what you took away from it, what you would change if you were in our shoes, and please don't be afraid to definitely write how you felt about the experience. We really enjoy doing this. It's something that we put a lot of thought and effort into, and we continue to improve, and we continue to evolve and change this to be as effective as possible. But it only continues to be effective because of audiences like yourself that can come here, that participate, that have a good time with us, and give us good attendance to make this worthwhile to keep doing. And we really hope that you took something away from this. And we really hope that going forward, you are equipped with a lot more tools to be more successful in your position, so you can sell more, make more money, and continue to grow your career, whether that continues to be with Boost or goes other places. There's a lot that you can learn here and a lot of room to grow here at Boost Mobile. And really excited to have you guys on the team, and really, really thankful for you guys to be here. I also want to give a shout out to Chris Walton and Eric Temple. Those guys were behind the scenes, sharing slides, going through chats, making sure everything was running smooth, answering questions. Those guys, you didn't see their faces, but I can tell you those guys worked harder than the rest of us today. So really big shout out to those guys too. Thank you so much. And, a big shout out to you guys. Give yourself a round of applause for being awesome. Really appreciate it. And that's all I got, Chris. I'll give it back to you, sir.
I think you said it all, Zach. Again, thank you guys for joining today. Hopefully you learned something. That's the point of this. Hopefully you walked away with some information that's going to help you sell more phones and make more money. But ultimately, we want your feedback on this training to help us get better. So as Zach mentioned, in the chat box on the right-hand side, there's a link for a new hire feedback survey. I'm also going to email this out to everybody that was on the call today, so you have it for your convenience. But yeah, take a second, fill that out. Let us know what you liked, what you'd maybe have liked to see more to help you. But any feedback is good feedback, so we'd appreciate it. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Team, Boost team, great work. New hires, let's go out there and let's sell some phones, and we'll catch you soon in the field. See ya.